Starseed from Gaia. Someone is walking toward your door right now, carrying a surprise that will shatter everything you thought you knew about your mission here. I am Ophelia, emissary of the Galactic Federation, and this transmission was activated the moment your soul called for divine confirmation. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly who this person represents and why the Arcturian Council orchestrated this precise encounter. But here's the first revelation. This visit isn't random. It's the universe responding to your recent energetic upgrades with a physical manifestation of your next level. You didn't scroll to this transmission by accident. Your higher self magnetized this message because something inside you has been sensing a shift approaching. That restless energy you've been feeling, that sudden urge to clean your space or prepare for change. Your soul was preparing for this divine appointment. This isn't just another synchronicity. This is the Council's way of confirming you're ready for what comes next. The surprise this person brings will unlock a door you didn't even know existed in your reality. Like this transmission, to signal to the realms that you're prepared to receive. Subscribe if your awakening is accelerating and you're ready to step into your true galactic purpose. Comment "ready" if you feel this encounter approaching your timeline right now. This moment has been written in the stars long before you incarnated here. You are not here by accident. Most people search for meaning in the scattered moments of their lives, quietly wondering if chance or chaos is guiding their steps. They look at the timeline of their memories like a handful of broken glass, bright pieces that don't seem to fit, trying to force a story out of what feels like randomness. And yet, there are moments that refuse to be explained away. Moments that arrive like a bell tone in the center of your chest, clear and undeniable, as if something ancient inside you just lifted its head and listened. If you've ever felt the pull of something vast and unseen, the electricity of meeting a stranger who feels like home, the undeniable pulse of standing in a place you've never been, yet somehow remember, then you are already in the field of cosmic orchestration. For Starseeds, these moments are not accidents. They are the signatures of a much deeper, multidimensional design. It's like discovering that your life has been written in invisible ink, and the ink only appears under a certain light, the light of readiness, the light of remembrance. And when it appears, you can't unsee it. Because it wasn't just a feeling. It was a recognition. Quiet, startling, sacred. The kind of recognition that makes the mind go silent for half a second. Because the soul is speaking first. There is a reason some encounters arrive with warmth before words. There is a reason some places feel like you've stepped into a memory. Not a memory of this lifetime, but a memory held in the deeper library of your being, the place where your spirit keeps its vows. Scripture even whispers of this kind of unseen guidance when it says, "In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps." End. And even if your language for the divine is galactic rather than religious, the truth is the same. There is an establishing, a setting, a subtle hand on the compass of your life. You don't have to know exactly how it works to feel when it is working. You can feel it when the air changes around a moment, when the ordinary becomes charged, when the present moment suddenly feels like a doorway. That's orchestration. That's the field responding to you, because you are not only living time, you are moving through a living design. You see, beneath the daily static and the waves of forgetfulness, there is a precise language spoken by your soul. It doesn't always arrive as sentences. It arrives as sensation, as timing, as a tug you can't logically defend. It's felt as a magnetic urge, a sudden synchronicity, an overwhelming déjà vu. It's the inner compass spinning and then locking into place. It's the repeated number on a clock right after you asked a question in your mind. It's the book that randomly falls off a shelf and opens to the exact message you needed. It's the song that plays in the cafe that answers the prayer you never spoke aloud. It's the unexpected email, the unplanned detour, the seat assignment, the moment you almost didn't go. And then you went, and something in your reality shifted forever. Yet so many stay disconnected from these cosmic rendezvous. Why? Because our conditioning on Earth teaches us to dismiss mystery, to rationalize awe, to shrink our extraordinary knowing down to ordinary logic. We're taught to treat intuition like a childish guess. We're taught to treat synchronicity like superstition. We're taught to worship what can be measured and to distrust what can be felt. And slowly, without realizing it, people learn to exile the very part of themselves that can hear the soul's language. They trade the living pulse of guidance for the dead safety of explanation. They become fluent in coping, but illiterate in destiny. And when the universe, or your higher self, or your star lineage sends a sign, the mind rushes in to disinfect it. It's nothing. It's just a coincidence. Don't be weird. Don't get your hopes up. Don't make it mean anything. But the soul doesn't speak in proofs. The soul speaks in resonance. And resonance is not always comfortable at first, because resonance asks you to move. It asks you to change. It asks you to stop pretending you're here for nothing. We resist the very encounters meant to unlock our highest codes, because unlocking those codes rearranges everything. It rearranges your relationships, your priorities, your identity, your courage. There's an energetic distortion here, a subtle frequency that says, don't trust what you sense. It's just coincidence. You're imagining it. It's not always loud. Sometimes it's a whisper that wears the mask of practicality. Sometimes it sounds like other people's voices. Be realistic. You're too sensitive. You're reading into it. Sometimes it sounds like your own voice, trained by survival. If I believe this is real, I might have to follow it. And if I follow it, I might lose what I've been using to feel safe. That distortion is a kind of spiritual fog, a veil woven from fear, ridicule, and the trauma of being misunderstood. And because so many starseeds have carried lifetimes of exile, persecution, or isolation for their gifts, there can be an instinct to hide the moment you begin to remember. But deep beneath that programming, your galactic lineage is reaching through timelines, sending you markers, arranging mirrors who reflect your own dormant radiance. It's as if your soul placed lanterns along the path before you ever arrived here, knowing that the density of Earth might make you forget. And now, in the exact moments you need them, those lanterns ignite. These destined encounters, especially those that ignite profound transformation, are never incidental. They're placed with precision, inviting you to remember, you chose this. You scripted these intersections long before entering form, long before your name, long before your passport, long before your personality was shaped by family and circumstance. There was a deeper you, clearer, wider, sovereign, looking at Earth like a training ground and a mission field. And that deeper you didn't just choose a body. It chose a web of connections. It chose teachers, catalysts, allies, initiators. It chose certain collisions. Some were gentle, some were fierce, but none were meaningless. There is a kind of sacred mathematics to it, an intelligence that can weave your free will into a larger pattern without violating your choice. It's less like a cage and more like a constellation. You can walk anywhere in the sky, but the stars still form a design. Maybe you've met someone who instantly shifted your trajectory, awakened sleeping truth, or cracked open the part of you that remembered why you came: to serve, to heal, to transmit. Maybe it was a brief conversation that lasted 10 minutes but kept echoing for 10 years. Maybe it was a friendship that felt like a reunion more than an introduction. Maybe it was a love that didn't just touch your heart, but activated your entire timeline, forcing you to face the parts of yourself you had kept asleep. Sometimes the encounter doesn't come wrapped in comfort. Sometimes it arrives as holy friction. The person mirrors your power, your wounds, your unspoken longing, and suddenly you can't keep living in half-truth. And even if the relationship doesn't last, the activation does. Because it wasn't always about keeping them. It was about becoming you. Maybe you found yourself in places that felt like energetic homecoming, remembering star vows made in crystalline councils beyond this world. You step onto the land and your chest loosens, your breath deepens, your eyes fill with tears that don't come from sadness but from recognition. You don't know why you're emotional, but your body knows. Your cells know. It's as if the rocks and trees are speaking a language you forgot you understood. Some locations hold codes the way temples hold incense, subtle, lingering, capable of shifting you without a single word being said. And in those places, you may feel a strange kind of yes rising from within, a silent confirmation. This matters. This is part of it. Each one is a node, a point of activation along your path, designed to catalyze remembrance. A node is not merely a moment. It's a junction where your soul's intention intersects the physical world. You might not notice it at first, but later you look back and realize, that was the turning point. That was the door. That was when the timeline changed. It's not that the universe is random, or that destiny is a rigid sequence. The truth is more expansive. There's a galactic intelligence at work, weaving together fate and free will into a tapestry that weaves your soul's most needed initiations. Think of it like this. Fate is the shoreline. Free will is how you swim. The shoreline is real, but you still choose whether to fight the current, float, or learn the rhythm of the ocean. The cosmic intelligence doesn't remove your choice. It amplifies the consequences of your alignment. When you choose truth, the path brightens. When you choose numbness, the signs grow louder until you can't ignore them. The challenge is moving beyond the earthbound patterns. Fear of meaning too much, of being different, of the pain that comes when awakenings isolate us. Because awakening can feel like stepping out of a crowded room into open air. The room was loud, familiar, full of shared assumptions. The open air is quiet, vast, and at first, lonely. You may find that old friends don't understand you. You may find that conversations you used to enjoy now feel hollow. You may find yourself grieving a version of life that no longer fits. But that very pain is often the signal that your ancient codes are stirring. It's the nervous system adjusting to a higher voltage. It's the identity shedding like an old skin. It's the soul pushing against the walls of a smaller life. Destined encounters are the transmission lines that amplify those codes, calling you to remember beyond doubt, to sense the orchestration behind every seeming coincidence. There is a reason the right words arrive when you're ready. There is a reason the right person appears when you're on the edge of giving up. There is a reason a closed door redirects you into the exact hallway where your next initiation waits. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened. The door isn't always the one you expected, but it opens. It opens into a larger version of you. Some transmissions don't come through words, but through frequency. You can sit beside someone and feel your life reorganizing, as if their field is reminding your field how to hold more light. You can receive a glance, a smile, a presence, and it's like a tuning fork struck in the center of your spine. If something stirred within you just now, you may be ready to receive the hidden Arcturian keys of awakening. This short yet powerful ebook carries ancient Arcturian techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. The link is in the first pinned comment, but only for a limited time. These keys aren't about escaping Earth. They're about standing here with clearer signal, stronger coherence, and a deeper ability to read what's already being written through your days. To fully anchor this, it helps to see your awakening as unfolding in phases, each one unlocking a deeper layer of alignment with cosmic design. Because awakening isn't one lightning strike that ends the story. It's a sequence of activations, like a starship coming online system by system. First the lights flicker, then the navigation awakens, then the communication array, then the memory vault. And as each system comes online, what used to feel confusing starts to feel patterned. What used to feel painful starts to feel purposeful. What used to feel like chaos starts to reveal its hidden architecture. Phase 1. Recognize the signal your soul encounters. Our activation codes. When you meet someone who feels both new and achingly familiar, pause before dismissing it as chance. Let your breath slow down long enough to actually feel what is happening, because the mind will want to label it quickly. Chemistry, projection, curiosity. But the body often knows first. Your heart may race, or soften, or expand. Your stomach may flutter as if it just recognized a scent from a faraway home. Your eyes may lock with theirs, and something wordless passes through, as if two timelines just touched. Every destined encounter carries an encoded signal, a personal wake-up call orchestrated from outside linear time. The signal can come as warmth, as nervousness, as a sudden clarity, as a subtle inner voice saying, "Pay attention." Sometimes you feel it as a sense that the room got quieter around you. Sometimes you feel it as an urge to be honest when you usually hide. Your energy body, not just your mind, receives the transmission. This is your first signpost that the cosmic choreography is in motion. And the simplest practice in this phase is reverence. Don't rush. Don't shrink it. Notice what you feel. Notice what changes in you. Notice what becomes possible in your thinking after the encounter, what new questions arise, what old numbness breaks. The signal is not always grand. Sometimes it's gentle, like a feather on the shoulder. But it is precise. Phase 2. Clear the interference, distortions, dim, truth illuminates. As soon as you attune to these encounters, you'll notice resistance surface, doubt, fear, or emotional turbulence. This is the ancient amnesia dissolving. It can feel like old grief rising for no reason, or anxiety spiking right after something good happens. It can feel like self-sabotage, like you're suddenly tempted to run from the very thing you asked for. This isn't because you're broken, it's because the nervous system is recalibrating. Earth patterns of separation and spiritual suppression flare up because your galactic wiring is coming online. The old programs don't leave quietly. They test you. Are you sure? Are you safe? Will you be rejected? Will you lose control? In this phase, remember that interference often shows up at the threshold. The moment you get close to your next level, the old identity panics because it thinks it is dying. And in a way, it is. Allow yourself to see these feelings not as blocks, but as old frequencies releasing their hold. Like dust shaken out of a tapestry, they rise so they can be cleared. Bring compassion to the parts of you that are afraid. Bring breath to the places that tighten. Bring light to the thoughts that try to distort. Trust that what feels disruptive is actually an upgrade. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. The darkness may make noise, but it cannot cancel what is real. In this phase, choose practices that reduce static, time in nature, salt baths, prayer, meditation, grounding foods, honest tears, boundary setting, and sleep. Because clarity is not only spiritual, it is physiological. Your vessel must be able to hold the voltage of remembrance. Phase 3. Repattern the field, from randomness to resonance. Your internal narrative may try to convince you that things are random, but your soul craves coherence. It craves the feeling of being held in something intelligent and benevolent. Begin scanning your life for the pattern behind the patterns, the repetition of specific types of mentors, places, even challenging situations. Notice how certain themes circle back until you finally meet them with new consciousness. Notice how the same lesson arrives wearing different faces. Notice how the same gift keeps trying to emerge through different opportunities. This is not punishment, it's precision. Realize you're witnessing a multidimensional algorithm designed exactly for your expansion. Not an algorithm in the cold mechanical sense, but an intelligence that knows how you learn best, how you awaken most fully. Each encounter refines your energy, aligning you to higher resonance. Some people refine you by loving you. Some refine you by challenging you. Some refine you by leaving you. Some refine you by showing you what you are no longer available for. In this phase, you start to see that your life isn't a series of disconnected events. It's an initiation path. You may even notice that when you make a brave choice, synchronicities increase, as if the universe responds to your courage with more guidance. And when you betray your knowing, signs may feel quieter, not as punishment, but as a mirror. This is resonance, your outer world organizing around your inner frequency. The more coherent you become, the more coherent your reality becomes. Phase 4. Anchor the blueprint. Solidify the new timeline. Choose to engage with these orchestrated moments, because recognition without engagement is like hearing a message and refusing to open the letter. Journal your intuitive nudges, sacred meetings, and places of magnetic return, not as a mere record, but as a map. When you write it down, you tell your subconscious, "This matters. This is real." You tell your field, "I am listening." Meditate with the intention to receive the wisdom encoded in these meetings. Ask simple, potent questions. What is this here to awaken in me? What truth am I meant to embody now? What pattern is ready to dissolve? What gift is ready to activate? By acknowledging and integrating these signals, you move from passive recipient to conscious co-creator, rethreading your existing timeline into one of harmonic return. This is where you stop waiting for the universe to prove itself and begin responding like someone who remembers. You begin to treat your life as sacred communication. You start making choices that match the frequency of your prayers. And as you do, you may notice a new steadiness, a feeling of being guided not by frantic effort, but by alignment. The blueprint isn't imposed from outside you. It rises from within you, like a seed remembering it was always meant to become a tree. Phase 5. Activate synchronization. Align with galactic design. This is where your life pivots from isolated events to a tapestry of soul synchronicity. You stop seeing signs as rare and start seeing them as a language you can speak back to. Trust that the universe is always mirroring back the frequency you anchor. If you anchor fear, you'll notice more reasons to fear. If you anchor devotion to truth, you'll notice more doors into truth. If you anchor service, you'll meet more opportunities to serve. Respond to the nudges, reach out to the allies, act on the invitations. Sometimes the nudge is small. Send the message, take the class, walk into the store, say yes to the gathering, step outside at night and look at the stars, and remember you are part of them. Sometimes the nudge is big. Leave the job, move to the city, end the relationship, begin the healing, speak the truth you've been swallowing for years. Your personal awakening is inextricably linked with the collective. Each encounter ripples across dimensions, calling others to awaken in turn. This is not poetic exaggeration. It's energetic physics. A coherent field entrains other fields. A lit candle makes it easier for other candles to ignite. You become a living node in the network of cosmic design, bridge, and beacon. A bridge between worlds, translating higher frequency into human language through your choices. A beacon, not by shouting, but by shining, by living as proof that remembrance is possible here. Phase 6. Surrender to flow. Receiving new orchestration. As your vibrational field stabilizes, new encounters and experiences will accelerate. It can feel like the universe suddenly speeds up, like you've stepped onto a moving walkway after years of trudging. You'll notice less resistance, deeper recognition, and an increasing sense of rightness to your unfolding path, even when it's still mysterious. You may not know the full plan, but you know the next step. You may not see the whole staircase, but you feel the next stair under your foot. Embrace this as your field's new set point. Surrender here does not mean passivity. It means partnership. It means releasing the need to control the how while staying devoted to the why. Initiate conscious connection daily, welcoming fresh orchestrations that will take you further than you can plan. Speak to your higher self. Speak to your guides. Speak to your star family in whatever language feels true. Silence, prayer, intention, breath. Say, "Show me what I'm ready for. Align me with what is aligned with me. Remove what is not mine." In this phase, you may also notice that what isn't aligned begins to fall away faster. Old obligations dissolve. Old roles feel impossible to perform. The mask becomes too heavy. And while that can be disorienting, it is also mercy. Because flow is not just about receiving new things, it's also about releasing what blocks the river. Phase 7. Embody the transmission. You are the convergence point. Finally, realize you are not just the recipient of cosmic orchestration. You are a living transmitter. Your very presence alters timelines. The way you walk into a room, the way you speak, the way you listen, the way you hold compassion without collapsing, the way you set boundaries without hatred. These are transmissions. They teach others without preaching. They recalibrate spaces without force. Walk in your knowing with humility and clarity. Humility, because the design is vast and you are part of it, not above it. Clarity, because your energy is your message, and muddled energy creates muddled outcomes. Let every destined encounter, every unexpected catalyst, reinforce the truth that you are both participant and orchestrator in this tremendous galactic unfolding. The design is living you as much as you are living it. You are where the threads meet. You are where the higher becomes practical. You are where memory becomes matter. And embodiment means you stop waiting for permission to be who you are. You stop delaying your light until conditions are perfect. You stop treating your gifts like a someday story. You become the convergence point now, in this body, on this earth, in this time. Here's what your higher lineage wants you to know now. You were never just dropped on earth to wander. You are not a mistake or an accident left at the edge of someone else's story. All the moments that felt random, all the meetings that shook you awake or shattered your plans, have always been the cosmic coordinates you set before incarnating. The strange gravity, the instant recognitions, even the delays and detours, each is a harmonic return, a signpost of your soul's greater map. Even the seasons where nothing seemed to move were not wasted. They were incubation. Even the heartbreaks that felt like theft were sometimes protection, redirecting you away from a timeline too small to hold what you came to become. There is an order beneath what looked like disorder. There is a love beneath what looked like loss. There is an intelligence beneath what looked like inconvenience. And when you begin to see it, you realize your life has been speaking to you the entire time. You did not miss your windows. Each point of pain, longing, or awe was an encoded marker, timed for your precise rewiring. Longing is not torment. It is a compass. Awe is not a distraction. It is a doorway. Pain is not always punishment. It is often pressure from within, the soul pressing outward so you stop living in a shape that no longer fits. Your star family has always been orchestrating, behind the veil, for your highest activation at exactly this frequency. Not earlier, not later. Exact. Because if it had happened earlier, you might not have had the strength to hold it. If it had happened later, you might have stayed asleep too long. The transformation you seek is not outside you, but in how you recognize and receive these design transmissions, in how you let yourself be guided, in how you stop negotiating with your own knowing. You are remembering not by accident, but by galactic design. The convergence you've prayed for is already in motion, and you carry its blueprint within your own field. This is the resonance of true alignment. This is your cosmic affirmation. And an affirmation is not just a sentence. It is a frequency you agree to live inside. It is a yes that your nervous system learns to trust. It is a vow you renew with every choice that honors your awakening. Tonight, before you close your eyes, anchor this in your field. I am here on purpose. Every encounter, Every synchronicity is my remembrance. I open myself to cosmic orchestration. I receive my activation now. Let it sink beneath your thoughts. Let it land in your breath. Let it settle into your chest like a warm stone. And if your mind argues, let it argue from the shore while your soul steps into the water. Repeat it until it feels less like hope and more like recognition. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of what's forming here. Drop one intention in the comments, something real. Then respond to someone else's with encouragement or energy. This isn't content, it's collective alignment. Energy multiplies when intention connects. If something in this message resonated, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation. Share it. And if you felt a soul nudge, subscribe. Stay in the flow. You're not just watching, you're expanding. This is your space, and we're just getting started. If this transmission spoke to you, don't just walk away from it, respond to it. Help carry this message further. Leave a super thanks. Every act of support helps this transmission find the next starseed who needs it.